Hello, it's Rachel. For today's video I'm going to make a card. I'm starting here with a piece of recycled Kraft paper and I'm using distress ink to stamp a background. This is a Stampin' Up stamp called Love Definition, unfortunately now discontinued, but I'm just creating a very light tone on tone background image here. Once I've done this, I cut the card to the size that I'd like it to be. For the focal image on my card, I've chosen a Holtz sewing blueprint stamp. This is the Dressform from that set, and I'm stamping it using VersaFine ink in Onyx Black. To add colour to my image, I've chosen Prisma Premier pencils, and once I've finished with the colouring, I blend the colours with some Zest-It blending solution. Next, I'm taking a micron pen to go over some of the fine line detail, and this can be a little bit tricky over the Prismas because of the waxy finish they have. So you might notice here that I need to keep taking my pen off screen, and what I'm doing is just scribbling it onto a piece of paper to remove the wax from the nib of the pen and get it working again. To frame the focal point of the card, I'm using some Ranger cut and dry foam and going around the edges using the same distress ink that I used for the background, and that is frayed burlap. And to create a little more interest in the background, I'm using my Itty Bitty background stamp, and this is with VersaFine ink in Onyx Black. To assemble my card, I'm layering up 3 pieces using double-sided tape. So the first piece is obviously the main image, and then I have 2 additional layers. One is an ivory coloured cardstock with a linen texture, and the other one is a basil cardstock in the colour quartz. For the insert on my card, I'm using the same Kraft cardstock that I used on the front and a die cut shape. I'm stamping this again with the Love Definition text from Stampin' Up and the Distressing in frayed burlap, and then I'm going to add some of the Prisma pencils around the edges of this. Well, that is the last step in today's project. I hope you enjoyed watching. I really enjoy using Prisma pencils over Kraft cardstock. If that's something you haven't tried, I would encourage you to give it a go because the effects are really pleasing. As usual, there is a link to the product list in the video description, as well as my social media sites. And I'd like to say that I really appreciate all the recent comments that you've been leaving for me and all the likes. So thank you very much for that.